And welcome back. Well, it's 9 o'clock, Monday morning, sales video. A couple things to go over. So the primary for the start of each video, from here until, I want to say it's the 17th or 18th, which is a Sunday, just under 2 weeks from now, is going to be the close of the community post where you can make your comment. I guess the rules and stipulations is in that community post. So you just have to go over to my posts tab, go to the channel, hit the name, go to the post tab, however you do it. There's going to be basically just the rundown, how it is. I believe one person's already commented. The key factor of it is you can have humor or a joke or something within what you're writing, but the key factor is the more engagement you get from other viewers, the higher on the rungs you're going to get, and the higher on the highest three most likely. If there's like 30 entries, then it's going to be, I'm going to put out a community post for a vote on which of these 5 or 6 get the most votes, and then it'll go from there for whom gets what. The prizes, I ultimately decided one will be a $50 eBay gift card. So I will just go run up to Giant Eagle, buy a gift card, and you give me your email, send me your email through the email for my account. So you can go into bio or my info for this channel and go to that account and send it, and just leave a comment in a video at that, way after that point, when after the 17th or 18th. I'm like, hey, you declared me the winner. I sent an email to this YouTube channel. All right, so then I will get that gift card. I'll scratch that off, and I'll take a picture of that with the numbers and the info, and there you go. Prize number 2 will be a $30 coupon for my store. So basically, buy anything $30 or more, I suppose, on how that'll work out. And then the third will be, I'll try to figure out, I'm looking at going back up to Supply Hut to get some more stuff. And I was like, you know what, maybe a $20 Supply Hut voucher, which I emailed them last night, $20 voucher or something along those lines, that when you go to order, you already have a $20 credit for that. And then if that doesn't work, I'll figure something else out, and we'll go from there. But that'll be for third place. So if you have any questions about the 500 subscriber entry, which now I'm at 505, so it is growing. So I managed to get four more within the past roughly 24 hours, which is good. I want people to come on over and listen and learn. And if you're new here, this isn't typical video format for what you'll find for most eBay online resellers that do YouTube. So if you stick around, if you listen to more of the videos, you'll kind of get the gist of what I cover and why I cover it. So speaking of covering stuff, so this video doesn't get really, really long, there's 26 or 29 going out for just under 900. And there is a heck of a zinger. Let's find out what they are. So it's 26 going out for $8.96 in sales. And then if you're new here, I will go over the numbers and why I go over them. I say the way I do. All right. First is this Hot Wheels Breaking Point DVD. There were a couple of these at the store that I was looking at. This one was the one that was more valuable, and I do find it, not a lot, but I do find it. This one is really clean, no insert, $25. Just got this one just listed within a handful of days. Ghoulies 4 DVD, 15. Neil Diamond live at the Greek, 1970 DVD. This is one I recently got, maybe within the past couple of weeks. I got this one at the Miscellaneous Barn. Same place. Well, not the same place, but the guy who owned it, Dustin, sent me to an estate sale. And I went there, and all I got was one 1940. I want to say it was a 1940 Willoughby and Painesville phone directory, or AKA a phone book. And I believe that's in a sourcing video, and I listed it, and it sold the next day for asking price of like $62. So I paid $10 for the book because it was the only thing that was really within the realm of buying that can make money. And I wasn't going to make a trip all the way out in the country dirt roads for nothing. So got that. That's done, sold. And I actually went to Painesville. I went to somebody who was like a curator of some history of Painesville. So I had really cool old business ads and stuff in it. So this was 25. Well, off topic. 25. So again, if you're new here, sometimes I will go that way with something, but I always find my way back. Keeps coming back to me now. Jim Celine Dion stuck in my head again. This is, I've sold some of these Rocky Mountain, Rocky Railway DVDs. I think that's what it was. It was like some sort of Jubilee or something along those lines. And either which have you, that's it. Little sing and play express music thing for, not sure, but $50. 50. Big Town soundtrack. Looks like Matt Dillon. Movie. So again, soundtracks. Look them up. I got that Pebble and Penguin one that was just in the sourcing video. After doing a little more looking, that one's listed for $50. Right. So look at soundtracks. There's going to be ones that are going to start becoming a little more obvious that they're not worthwhile. But soundtracks, and especially kids stuff. Kids stuff about anything, and especially CD stuff. Blue's Clues, Clifford, even some Elmo stuff with some Sesame Street stuff. So this channel, I go over that on like the little types of genres and niches to kind of look out for. But this is 22. Yeah, $22. After School Specials, 1979 to 1980 DVD. It looks like Osmond. No. Is that Rob Lowe? It looks like it might be Rob Lowe. Schoolboy Father. So this one, again, just got within the past couple weeks. Listed, sold, 18. Static Lullaby CD, 14. Here's a pretty good one. Lonesome Dove, The Outlaw Years. I have Outlaw Years, Volume 4. Full screen, volume 4. All right, I got to make sure because there's a lot of these Lonesome Dove, and I pick them up every once in a while. Some of them are really, really good, like this one, which is $50. I want to say it's 48. No, my bad, 44. So there's a lot of Lonesome Dove out there, and forget the other one. That there's a bunch out there, but yeah, these could be real good ones. Pair of Jessica Simpson sunglasses for 20. 420. FOR 20 or 1977. The Chieftains sealed CD 14. The Wandering Path Kevin Kern CD 15. They stole it, but you must return it. Paperback book signed by Richard. $43. Mahler Symphony number 5 CD 14. So some of these lower end ones are more likely I got at Lee Road when I was paying like 60, 70 cents. Hey, monkey. This is one of our kitties. So we have 5 kitties here. That's why we got to keep the windows and doors open. So we have Drac, who's mama. That's Monkey. Female, she got that name because when she was wee little, she's the one who would always climb out of the box and climb up everything and climb around everywhere. So she just got named Monkey. And then another one is Brickby because he always liked to play punchies with his siblings and like your feet when you're walking around. The other one is Bruce because it's just big boy Bruce because he's like this big. He's a big, long, tall kitty. And then the Snowshoe Siamese, her name is Rocket. Every once in a while she'll be one. That's the first time I think I've had picked a kitty up, actually. So got a bunch of these CDs. So they were $250, and then they were 75 or 80% off when the Lee Road Goodwill was closing, or even sometimes when I'm at a store and I can get CDs for 25 cents or 50 cents. I'll get them, and if they're even rarely if they get like 11, but $12, $12 to $14 if I'm paying like 50 cents, maybe even $1, but usually if they're going to be that lower end, that's about what I'm paying for. All right. The Secret Behind the Mountain, hardcover paperback or hardcover dust jacket book. Very clean since I'm pushing on it like that. Very clean. Older from 1960. So it's 28. And it does have someone's writing in it. But very clean except for this on this edge. Not bad. I don't remember what I paid for that one. Remote control for $14. And those remote controls I still have left over. I picked up. Now I really don't remember how many there were. Maybe 30 remote controls in a box from the miscellaneous barn, and it was maybe $12, maybe $10 for all of them. I mean, it was pretty stupid cheap for what I got all the remotes for. Maybe last summer. Across the continent, with the 5th Cavalry, just got this, just listed. So basically sold within a handful of days. This is a very, very limited, I believe it's number 74 or 82 out of 700 that were printed and numbered, and there are a total of 750 printings of this reprint. So there's not a lot of these books out there, and I think I did a generic explanation in that. So someone's going to want this exactly, or this, I think it was a Captain, but got $75 for it. And I hear my buddy coming. That doesn't sound right. I hear my buddy coming in the train. Sewing pattern for 15. Party Your Hasselhoff CD sealed. 15. Might be one more. All right. That's good because quite a bit of talking about this one here. Things like this is why I got into finding and selling physical media. Would at any point in selling physical media, it's about 19 minutes so far. Would I think that a Thomas the Train CD, DVD, or any disc media or something like that? Now, I've sold some Thomas VHS and JJ VHS for 40, $50 before. If I get the exact one, it's like $60 used. But that goes along with scarcity. Why the value of things go up is primarily going to be scarcity and supply. But supply goes right back hand in hand with scarcity. If they make a million things and only 5 people want them, there's plenty out there. If there's a million people that want what's only 5 available, scarcity. Not necessarily rarity, because if I were to take a marker and just do this all over this case, then that would make this specific case rare, because no other case would have that marker marking on it, right? That's a very generic way on how to think of rarity, but scarcity, the quantity of what's out there and how easy it is to get your hands on it. So when I'm out and about, and I know to just kind of look at kid stuff, that's why I say like Thomas and Clifford and Blue's Clues and Jr. and most of that stuff, a lot of them you're going to start to realize, oh, this Thomas the Train Merry Christmas one, just don't even bother with it. Christmas Wonderland, yeah, especially if it's complete, and if it has, even if it's just one of the 3 parts that are supposed to be in here, $196. And I'll go ahead and show the sale, a screenshot of the sale. $196. Granted, I believe the CD or the DVD, one of the 2 needed to be resurfaced. That's why I had the JFJ resurfacer. When I'm scanning, I think these came up for $120 lower end. And I'm like, yep, I'll definitely. And this is a storyteller, George Carlin. So he did a lot storytelling with Blue, with not Blue, but with Thomas. So yes, kid stuff, definitely. There's some good stuff out there. This is a phenom of them, but it's a good sale because after shipping and stuff is done, it's this sale right here that made it to where my payout is going to be probably right at darn near to the dollar, 1,000 for the week payout. SpongeBob PS4. This I found on the dumpster right here, amongst with other things that's also in a sourcing video. 15. Two sets of 5-piece place settings of some retro new RETRENEU stainless flatware. It's like a bamboo type style. Two sets of those that equaled $50, or each set was 50 combined is $100 for the two sets. This Little Bear, again, Nick Jr., Rainy Day Tales, listed that day, sold that day. 16. Now, if you scan this, there's one that's going to come up for like $50, and another one's going to come up like 190. Wow, that's awesome. I'm going to Terra Peak. No, they do not anywhere sell anywhere near that. So still sealed, yeah. But the more reasonable $15, $16, $17 what you're going to get for these for sealed. Sound of Music DVD sealed, $11. The lot of 110 sunglasses and eyeglass frames sold for $1 plus whatever they were charged shipping, and I'm gonna make probably like $10 on the shipping. So it's, again, if you lot them up like that, you're not going to get much for them, but you could just get stuff and get it gone as opposed to throwing it out. It's being put to good use because there are a lot of people. I don't know why they bought them, but they can be for resale. But for the most part, I'm hope that things like that are used for more charity and pay it forward. Because there are a lot of, I don't want to use this, not quite as influent or affluent or impoverished people that do need eyeglasses and frames and things like that, where they can get those frames and then they can take those up to 4 different programs and they can get the actual prescription lenses and get that done. So that type of philanthropy, that type of giving. So I still would want to make something on it, and eBay is a great marketplace to reach for if that's how or whomever is going to buy it for that specific purpose. That's great. Now, if they didn't sell, there's a couple places where I could go and I could donate the frames to where they would be used for the same purpose I just described. And this new Latin and grammar book. Now, when this sale came in, a little befuddled because it reads 1913 or 1918. I'm like, that's pretty cool because that's what it has right here, right? And most of the time, if there's a year on the copyright page, I'm not paying attention to what's on the title page. And on the title page, it's 1963. So I go into eBay listings and I just type this up, New Latin Grammar Bennett, and I see that there's varying years, and a lot of listings people have a year that's on the copyright page that differs from the year that's on the title page. It's only a $19 book. I think the point still stands that they're going to get it for what its contents are. If they're getting it for a 1913, that'd be a different story. But I just didn't list that in there, so I'm not pressed about it because there are other listings and other ones have sold with mismatched years. However, when I do list, I try to be accurate. So just this little, I want to call it a miscue, I would just dub it as I need to be a little more particular on looking at those pages, especially when I am taking a picture of the cover page and I am taking a picture of the copyright page. And then I write in the title 1913. But this is a New Latin Grammar. So Rule 241, certain adjectives may be used to denote a part of an object. Chiefly primus, extremis, summus, medius, infinis, the top of the mountain, summus monus. So that would be what the top of the mountain is. So summus, which would be summit, what we understand in English would be summit. A munus, which would be mound. And extrema heim. So heim is like winter. Heim is a degree of winter or degree of weather. A handful of law classes at my time at Kent State. And then my other minor major. So it was 3 minors that made a major, and it was writing and public communication. So with the writing minor, which consisted of like 14 different writing courses, anywhere from grammar and structure, business writing, technical writing, public sphere writing, legal writing. I didn't get into the medical, technical writing, manual, which falls within the realm of technical, but manual is a little different, kind of like instruction manuals, stuff like that. And then there's prose, PRSE, and then there's not only the grammar, and then there's the lexicon classes, and then there's the parsing classes, which, parsing is not Latin, but it does help to parse. So lexemic, Lexemic, which is the history of words by basis of their root parts. And root parts are going to be prefix and suffix. Or going to be primary. So a little bit off that one. I think we can go, still around. Okay. 29 minutes. I'm sure I can cut this down a tad. Go from there. And we go here to... All right, 26 in 3 days sales, 832 product cost received. So I think there's an international in there, and then plus the shipping for the frames. Pretty decent for 3 days. A $200, Thomas the Train definitely does help on that degree. I've been battling on where, so if I hear back from Supply Hut, I'll be going to just over the west side of Cleveland to stop at Supply Hut there. That's the only one. So if you're new here, Supply Hut's shipping their headquarters is 30 minutes down the road from me. And go hit some stores that way. Or I'll just do a whole different route and be back much later on today, like 6 or 7, because it's going to be like 70 degrees today. It's so beautiful. And then over the weekend, where it's going to be over 90 again, I have quite a big stack now of discs that need to be resurfaced. And like that one, Harvey, whatever that one is, it's like $150. That needs done. A couple of the ones that I just recently got need to be done. So as I'm getting pictures and I have the stacks of the discs with me, obviously I don't have to worry about doing the new ones. When I take them out of the case, that's the first thing that I do. I look at them, and if I'm going to determine they need a 15-second spin or more, they go right back in the case, go on the shelf over here, and they just get stacked up until I need 25 or 30 of them need resurfaced. That's going to be a bummer when that day comes, because there's a handful in there that are multi-disc, that have like 3, 4, 5, 6 discs at most of them. So those add up that way, but that I will do that maybe once a month. I'll do a whole bunch, and when it's going to be 90, so real fill will be probably over 100. I don't want to go out, close the curtains, resurface some stuff, and go from there. That is information for a video a week from now. All right. So that's going to wrap this one up. So if you like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned, let me know with the thumbie. Let me know a little more what you learned with the comments. Leave a comment in the community post for your entry for any of the 3 prizes that are available. And if there's only 2 prizes or 2 winners, because I only get 2 comments, then there's that. And I'm saying this now, within the rules, it's going to be that you leave a comment and there needs to be another comment left by another viewer. I am not that other comment. So I will write in whatever your comment is, I will respond with, hey, thanks, something like that. That does not count as a comment from another viewer. So there are stipulations to it. So that's why it's 2 weeks, so more people can kind of look at it and decide what they want to write. Is there going to be a lot of participants? I don't know. You don't have to be subscribed to the channel. However, what you write has to be somewhat accurate to what this channel is about. So if you just come in and be like, oh yeah, secondhand man, he's kind of like Superman, that's awesome, and he talks about Star Trek and Vincent Van Gogh all day long, that's not accurate, right? So it has to be accurate to the channel. So if you're new and if you want to be in one of those, I suggest to go around and listen to a couple of the videos. Just go in and find some of the shortest videos and you'll start to kind of get, so it's kind of an easy way how to get a chance to win $50. I mean, or 30 or 20, but the 21s are going to differ. Either way, subscribe, share, those all help. Appreciate it. Thank you.